This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Colorado Buffaloes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Using his legs, it's good. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast.
He tries to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped by... Scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
From the gun, the ground game. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
He's looking for an open man on second down. They've got the screen set up. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Fires left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. On the run, it's good. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff to the lone back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer ones.
They'll try to run for it. And the ball slipped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get. Turnover.
those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Puts him in the spin cycle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now the play fake. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Arizona took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Wildcats that fired on all cylinders. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new Top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And the Buffaloes pick up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go to the air. Buys a little extra time. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bucks! He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The give to the left. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Dialing up a second down pass play. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hauls it in. Got room to work. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No return coming. He'll call for the Bearcat. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's looking for a man on second down. Got his man on the right. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll pull it down and run. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The DBs will back off a bit. Caught over the middle. It's good. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the ground. He's got it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Trying to get to it. Gets a hand on the pass, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And Dave, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes in the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. And he makes the catch at the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Pearson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kansas is comfortably ahead on the scoreboard right now. Frankly, the kind of lead we're used to seeing inside Fog Allen Fieldhouse with the Jayhawks. They're up by 25 over the Pandas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plows through the defense. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC.
Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchup?
And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Buffs! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes his connection. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different casts of characters. The one thing they always have.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here.
35, Oklahoma 28.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
On the move, it's good. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
Looking to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a... on that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. What a disappointment. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Going up top on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there who's not allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
He's going to take off. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Brings up second down.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw on second down. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. First down here for the offense. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. Looking for a crease. It's Welch. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Scrambling away. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. They'll give it to the back. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Leaves it with the back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Third down. Any kind of score wins it. They want to make sure they stay in position for their kicker. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Quickly to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On second down, looking to throw. He finds his man. Touchdown Sooners! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He's back to throw on second down. It's complete to the right. And they swarm him under.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, trying to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Third down, and they need a touchdown to stay in the game. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime.